right, and welcome to another episode of the Jumping the Rail podcast. This is Mark Rebin coming to you from the Noodles position in Champaign, Illinois, joined as always by my buddy Minderz. And Minderz, we got quite a bit to talk about today.
Can we get a week where not a whole lot happens?
You just want shorter shows. I know what you're saying.
Oh, look, Dwayne's already in the chat. First
Yep.
one in today.
Hello, Dwayne. Oh my goodness. So
Sorry.
we got all kinds of things. We got ousted presidents in pro wrestling. We got top 10 Tuesday back on this week. We got a lot to talk about with WrestleMania Elimination Chamber match. Why don't we start off though? Tony Khan had a big announcement on Wednesday.
You call it a big announcement.
No, he called it a big announcement. I'm just quoting the guy.
So I have to chuckle at the fact that all of us in the group had called it, but it's whatever the case may be, especially AJ. AJ's been on it for a while now, but it's such a big announcement.
Yeah, for those that missed it, I forget the date, but they're running a show in Boston called Big Business, finger quotes.
Big business.
And anybody with half a brain knows that one Mercedes Monet is a Bostonian.
Yes.
So that is the general opinion, is she's going to be making her debut there on that particular episode. Now, if it's me, I'd double it down and I have Okada debut on the same show, make it bigger. Because from the sounds like it, Okada's signing with AEW.
Is he going to AEW? Okay.
That's what I'm hearing.
Well, then who's going to WWE?
What do you mean?
The vignette with the three faces.
The three faces. I still think it's Tama Tonga.
You think it's Tama Tonga?
That's my guess. Because he's made his whole career in Japan.
Okay.
So that could make sense.
I'm okay with that. That was just who I assumed it was going to be.
Okada would be the bigger get, but from the sounds of it, it sounds like he's wanting to sign with AEW, just from what I've read today.
Oh, good Lord, put that up by AJ.
Oh, that's Dwayne.
You think John Cena's going to show up at an AEW show? Okay.
That ain't happening.
That ain't happening.
March 13th. Okay. So 2 days before the Ides of March, and if you look at the graphics, it says Boston with dollar signs. So yeah, it's just do the math.
It's too obvious.
That's how Tony rolls.
I know it is, but come on, dude. Give us the book. Let us book for once.
I'd love to book.
Wouldn't it?
Just for one day. Just give me a book for a week. I'd be as happy as this guy.
We want to play with our action figures.
Oh, Dwayne was joking. Okay.
Thank
Dwayne,
goodness.
Sometimes we can't tell with you.
We're not sure all the time.
You have a good comedic deadpan, as they say in the business.
Good poker face.
Yes. All right. So, another thing we just found out today, Minderz. I think it's the main event tomorrow night on Dynamite. Tony's bringing back the Texas Death Match on television this time, not on pay-per-view.
For what?
To further the storyline with Pockets and the Undisputed Kingdom, of course.
Oh, what? What?
I can't believe I got that out with a straight face.
I know.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Why?
Well, number one, you know my opinion. He doesn't book Texas Death Matches. He books no holds barred matches with funny names.
Lazy booking.
Dory Funk Sr. would slap the piss out of Tony Khan for running a Texas Death Match the way he does.
Yes.
Oh, Minderz, by the way, I am a man of my word.
Oh.
I said last week. Yeah, look at the size of this damn thing.
That's huge.
You're like Groucho Marx. So we're going to see if a Savage-sized Slim Jim will make it through the entire show. What flavor is this?
I'm going to laugh if it's spicy.
It's original. It's not the spicy.
Oh, okay.
I tried the spicy, though.
Jalapeno or something.
Well, I had to have the wife pick it up today because I didn't have a chance to get it yesterday. So while she was out, while I was at work, I was asking, will you swing by and get one of these? And she, I think they thought she was nuts because she got this and a muffin at the same time. But
all right, well, let's start. We need to start somewhere else because I want to save all the AEW talk for when our guest is on. Good.
Okay. Oh, well, I'll
We need
sit
to
this
save
down
the
here for a
AEW
second.
talk for when I want it when
Oh
Zach's
yeah.
here.
Okay. Well, Minderz, why don't
So
you
I'm
say
sure
who the
he'll have.
guest is this week?
Zach Reuber is the guest this week, the videographer for 01 USA. And we're so excited. We've had him on the podcast, and he kind of teased that he has a story where Tony Khan is
He was
after
on.
him for some reason. So,
He was on the 01 podcast, not the JTR podcast.
did I say
Specify.
JTR?
You just said he was on the podcast
Oh, yeah. He was on the Zero and Shootout podcast. So,
every
yes.
Wednesday
And
on YouTube.
you're so much better at promoting than I am.
I've had practice. Plus, I listen to a lot more podcasts than you do.
It's true. Speaking of, I'm halfway through the drive-through, so it's pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, I'm about. I got through most of it. It's Corny
It's
is pretty lively
hilarious.
on this one.
Yes.
That's, the best uniform you can put on is a smile.
I was so taken aback by that. I was like, wait, what?
Okay, Dwayne says, "What was the deal with bringing back The Rock if we're not getting him versus Roman at Mania?" I think this is just a slow burn. There's all kinds of theories about what's going to happen. First, should we talk about the press event from
Let's go
Thursday,
ahead and talk
Minderz?
about the press conference.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I did not, but I've seen bits and
Okay,
pieces.
I did. Overall, I love the fact it was only about an hour long.
Okay.
They
Well, wait,
had
I didn't see it, but I heard Corny talk about it, and then I saw the bits and pieces on YouTube.
Mhm. Well, the Triple H opened it with a very
Mhm.
bombastic kind of. I think Corny called it a rah-rah speech. It was just kind of building up the show and everything.
Right.
He talked a lot about the main event of WrestleMania 1, which was the tag match,
Okay.
which kind of got my head spinning a little bit, got me thinking. They had Bianca came out. I think she was plugging her TV show with Tez, the Hulu show. Then they had a nice little interaction with Hulu with Becky and Rhea.
Okay.
Don't don't ask me. And
I don't know.
I don't
AJ's
think this is
cracking
going to
me up.
make it the whole show. And then
Hey, we got Scott in here too. Holy cow, Scott's back. That's one of our 01
yep,
Shootout guys.
Scott says they also got pivoted because of the fans. That's my friend. That's not a pivot. That is a work. They
That's a
worked
work.
everybody.
It's
I
a
don't care
work.
what bully. I don't care what Bully Ray or Cornette says. That was a work. Sirs, my
They've
name
had
is
it
Gary
planned the
Vaselli.
whole
Or
time.
sirs, my name is Mark Redman. Oh, hey, Gary had a theory, by the way. He gave me his blessing to share it.
Okay.
So it's about what they do with the Rock with Rock Roman Cody at
Okay.
WrestleMania going forward.
Okay.
Okay, so he thinks. Let me get it because it's kind of wordy.
So you got to pull it up so you can read it directly from what
Yes.
he said.
So first off, he says he wants Rock to wrestle someone of Hunter's choosing, win control of WWE from Triple H on night one. And I'm reading this from his message that he sent me. Then he is actually head of the table, screw Cody night two, make Cody's life just a living hell for a year like never seen before. Then Cody wins the next Rumble, setting a record, which is the 3 in a row, starting at slot number one, which was also what I was thinking. Uh, Triple H regains power by going to the board, being better at politics, being the cerebral assassin, etc. Roman and Cody in Hell in a Cell, or even better, a Dusty Rhodes Bull Rope match, Bloodline ban. Cody wins a bloody brawl. I don't think we're going to get bloody because,
Nope.
WWE. Because at this point, why not? And then he added an addendum on the next message. He said, I think The Rock needs to take the belt from Reigns in the near future to assert dominance. Cody does all the same stuff he just mentioned. And then Cody beats The Rock. Well, actually, he says Reigns and the rest of the Bloodline turn their back on The Rock at Mania next year. Cody beats the bigger star and biggest heel, whichever one that is. Then Rock can retreat away until needed again.
You really think they're going to go another year with this?
I won't, I don't know if they'll go all the way to Mania, but I can see them putting
I
in some
don't think
extra
they'll
because
go all the way to Mania.
They got to beat Hogan's record.
Right. I know that.
So that's at least a SummerSlam.
Well, if this is AJ's idea, we all know it's going to be another 8 years down the road. But
Well,
or
yeah,
wait,
as
we're down to what, 4 years now, maybe? But
4 more years, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, for AJ.
So
Yeah. Yep, we know how you roll.
yeah, yeah,
But
Dwayne with his. He
you
hope
got to be
it's not
curious
another
where
year.
they're going to go with it for another year. Is it going to be Rocket? Why am I waving this thing like I'm patting?
I don't know, but it's cracking me up, and your wife makes me laugh a lot.
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Well, she is funny. She's a hoot.
She is funny. What are you talking
Yes.
about? But yeah, I don't want it to go another year. I would be okay with it. I'm still with you. I'm kind of with you still on this December 26th thing. I'm really liking that idea.
If they run Mania at the Garden next year, then I'm okay with it. Otherwise, yeah, December.
Correct. Yeah, if not December. Stacy, this is a family show.
And I'm still waiting for my Jey Uso, Ole Anderson heel turn.
Yeah, we still need that too. You know what though? It's kind of nice that we don't know exactly where it's going.
I love the fact that
Although
we're guessing.
I know I do too, and that we're not. Well, I mean, we're guessing to an extent. With
Hmm.
Elimination Chamber, is there really anything that we're not guessing at, or that we are guessing at?
I mean, it's pretty much. I'm pretty dead set. Drew wins the men's match. Becky wins the ladies' match.
Yeah,
They get
that's kind
title
of my thought
shots.
too. The only other
It,
thing that it could happen,
hmm
Bianca could win and go after Rhea. Could. Not saying it will, but that
I
would be
think
the
they.
only.
I think they need to heat her back up again. If it was
Okay.
last year, definitely.
Last year,
But this
yes.
this I think right now they need to heat her back up again. She's kind of been on the back burner a little bit the last
Yeah.
few months. No fault of
So
Bianca's, but
yeah, no fault of hers. Although she's been recording her, whole nudes video, or her,
her Hulu show.
her Hulu show. But it's like I kind of thought about that, and I was like, why is she doing it? And I was like, well, look at where the Miz is at now. So I guess okay, makes
Hmm.
sense. May as well. Your light's really bright tonight. Like
I
you're
know. I don't
just
know what's going on with
you're
that.
white out face, dude.
Let's see if I can adjust that.
Dwayne has finally admitted it. He says he hates to say it, but I see Rhea Ripley beating Nia Jax. Well, no shit, Sherlock. One, they're in Rhea's stomping grounds.
Uh
So,
huh.
although they could do an Edge Cena thing like they did, but who in their right mind wants to see Becky versus Nia other than Dwayne at WrestleMania?
Not me.
Not me either.
I'm
And
sorry.
in all honesty, I don't even want to see Jade versus Nia at WrestleMania.
It's got to be Bianca and Jade at WrestleMania.
I'm okay with Bianca and Jade. I'm okay with Bianca and
Yeah.
Jade. I am not. Nia's from Australia too. What?
Hang on. I need to fact check that, Dwayne.
Yeah,
I'm calling bullshit.
I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Now, I know there's a large islander population down there, especially with the Tongans and whatnot. But I'm calling
Holy
bullshit
shit,
here.
he's right.
Well, where's the accent?
No shit. Pardon my French. I'm cranky tonight.
Okay, she was born in Australia. She moved to Hawaii, so she was born there. I want to look, and her father was Johnson's grandfather. Peter might be his cousin. Interesting.
Okay.
Later lived in San Diego. I'm just looking to see is her dad in the military or something, was it on an army base? Maybe not. So okay, well,
Nope. But all right. Okay, but she's not
Dwayne wins the
known for
pony.
being. Dwayne won the pony. Damn it.
A figurative pony, Dwayne, not a real one. But
I do like the fact that here I'm looking at Wikipedia because it's never wrong.
it's
And
never wrong.
number of injuries, 2 people in her career.
What?
It says she's injured 2 people in her career.
Hang on, let me.
That's from the Sportster.com. Because she hurt Becky. Because she busted.
Yeah,
She broke Betsy.
Betsy.
Becky. I can't
Broken
talk, damn
nose,
it.
lacerated face, and a concussion. Kairi Sane suffered a cut on her head during a match with Nia after she threw her to the steps.
Mandy Rose, rumored to injure Mandy Rose.
Right. Deonna Purrazzo stated she never walked away hurt after wrestling Jax.
There's
So
an
there you go.
injury
All right.
ankle. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So anyway, that's more time than I
Anyway,
ever wanted to spend talking
I was
about
gonna say
Nia, but
we've we've
those were accidents.
Dwayne
Whatever,
says those
Dwayne.
are Dwayne.
Really? You
It's
waited till I wasn't looking. You're a jerk.
who?
You.
What did I
I just
do?
looked up in the
What did I
corner.
do?
I looked in the
That's
corner.
been up there for about 10 minutes.
Well, I wasn't paying attention, okay?
All right. Would you feel better if I put something different up there?
Yes, please. Not any better. Change it. I don't want Hangman Page hanging out above my head. No. 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 Okay. I'm okay with that. No! I don't want Nicholas and Matthew.
You don't want Metellus and Nick Thew?
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Leave Danhausen. Leave Dan.
All right, that
Especially
works.
when Zach gets in here, because I'm going to move up, and whoever it's going to be is going to be in my little picture space. You're a jerk. Yes. You're a jerk. I hate you.
The possibilities are endless.
I don't like it. Okay. Anyway, let's move on.
Gus has put Nia up there.
Scott, that's it.
I don't
I'm
think
done.
there's
I'm
room
done
in the
with
corner
Scott.
for her head.
I'm done with Scott. Okay. All right.
Oh, hey, Minderz,
Okay, so
do we have some Expo news?
I don't think there was anything new. They do have the pricing up. If you want to check it out, I sent you guys the link
I
for
was looking
that.
at that. It seems fairly reasonable.
I was a little concerned about the Hardy
There were a
one, but that's
couple.
okay.
There were
That
a
one
couple I
seemed a little
scratched my head on.
high.
Mariah May was a little up there,
Yeah.
but you know.
Eric was right. Eric Bischoff was right where I thought he was going to be.
Yeah, Lawler was about where I thought he'd be at.
Well, I'm waiting on Lawler because I'm going to wait and do the. If I do that one, I want to do the
Photo op.
Yeah, I want to do the professional pictures.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like a lot of these, I see the prices or whatever, and I think I'm going to wait and see who all has the photo ops, and then go from there.
Mm-hmm. Good plan.
Can't believe I got to spend $40 for Sky Blue to sign Bari's frickin' belt. I'm such a jerk. Let's see. Other than that,
Update. I'm already halfway through my Slim Jim.
Well, that.
So this is going faster than I thought it would.
All right. Let me see. I don't think there was anything new. I think that was the only thing they said. I know they said. Okay. All they've said. This was in the last 24 hours. They just want to give a quick update on the premium photo ops and Q&A panels. They will be released. At this moment, we're waiting for final pricing and schedule preference from about half a dozen guests before committing the schedule to completion. We have about 90% of everything ready to go, but don't want to launch anything prematurely because confusion by having to later go back and change the photo times because they conflict with the panels, blah, 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 blah. We appreciate your patience. Our goal is to have all of our panels announced and on the website by the weekend, and our photo ops completely on sale at either the same time or a few days after. As always, we'll continue to communicate with you on all things as they develop. 7 weeks till the expo. And as of 4 days ago, they are 80% sold out of their Saturday general admission passes for just the one day.
Very nice.
So, and it's going to be packed because 80%, for those that aren't into percentages, it comes out to about 300 passes left. That's going to be a lot.
So if you want to go, you gotta jump on it. And
Oh, you know what? There is a couple things. I'm looking. Hold on. 6 days ago. All right. Wait a minute. All right. I do have things. 6 days ago. Okay. We had Jack Vaughn. We talked about him and his thing last week, right? About his match? Or had it.
yes.
Well, it says 6. Yeah. Jack Vaughn versus Tony Gunn. We also have. We talked about that one because that was Mance, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. The triple threat tag team match for the SCX Tag Team Championships. We've got Heath and Rhino, which are the champions. We got the Soul Shooters versus the New Rockers.
I can't help but wonder if that was supposed to be Snow and Janetti before Janetti had his issues.
I don't know.
Maybe not, because I think that's an OVW kid that he's teaming with. So
Apollo Star and Drew Skills, the Soul Shooters.
we saw them last year.
I thought that sounded familiar. And then there's the new. Some may know him as Avatar. Others, Al Snow. But on March 30th in Indianapolis, it's the return of Leaf Cassidy.
Uh-huh.
What?
That was his new rocker's name.
All right.
Al Snow.
Okay. The fanny
Did you know
pack
Al Snow
kid.
was in the New Rockers?
I did not. All right. So, and then we have the fanny pack
Back in
kid.
1996. Now I find a picture.
Okay. But that's all the new matches. Oh, and then Freya the Slayer versus Shauna Reed.
Oh, yes.
So
that'll be good.
That will be good. That will be very good.
Yes. All right. Picture coming up to
Are
treat
you
you
sure?
to the delight that is the New Rockers.
Oh my goodness. That's scary.
Something, ain't it?
That's definitely something. Well, it's about as good as the picture I sent you earlier about the mattress salesman.
Yes.
Shivani and JR.
Javas.
Yeah.
From the 80s.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man, they looked like used car salesmen from the 80s, didn't they?
They did. Okay, we've gone so far off the track or off the rail that we need to get back. So we were talking about.
We were talking about
You
the
were
press. We
talking
haven't
about
gotten
the
into
press conference.
Okay, we haven't gotten into the finale with Seth, Cody, Roman, and The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
A lot to digest there. It's poor Seth. He kind of got pushed to the side in that whole thing. When Cody and The Rock are doing their business, and then you see Seth in the background, like they
I
weren't sure
think
what to do with
Seth's
him
right where he
exactly.
needs to be, though. I think he's right where he needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think they need to show
Oh,
him as the
yeah.
underdog. Yeah.
But I don't know if you saw Big E after it was over. Just to everybody's seen the clips already. Roman came out and said that since Cody backed out, he gets to choose his opponent. Chose The Rock. They start building up the match. It's going to be huge, biggest main event ever. And then Cody comes out, basically says this is bullshit. And Dwayne, I'd like to see you take a slap from The Rock.
Yeah.
And not because
Okay.
I don't like you. That's
Well,
just to see the. But anyway,
I've
Cody
taken a
comes out
slap from Anakin Murphy, and I know how much that hurts.
on the hand.
On the hand, not even the face.
Yes.
The hand.
Yes. So Cody comes out. He says that he's challenging Roman instead. Then Roman says some shit about Dusty. And number one, also that family tree looked awesome that they put up in the background. That Hawaii family tree that looks so cool.
Did you notice?
Did you notice who was
There
at the
was a
bottom,
name.
Minderz?
It was at the bottom,
Uh-huh.
right where it was going to be seen the entire time.
Hmm. Yep, one Jacob Fatu. Hopefully that's a
I,
harbinger that he's coming.
I hope so. Fingers are crossed. Well, he's working with Book, so
Yeah,
I've heard he's down working with Booker T. So
that's what I've heard. Hey, Menders, I think our guest has arrived. Do you want to go ahead and do the honors?
yes, yes.
All right.
So joining us tonight is 01 videographer, fantastic guy, Zach Reuber. I have
Yes,
What a
sir.
never
day.
been so excited to get somebody back on the podcast.
Oh, hi. Excuse my laundry situation here.
It's all
I
good.
don't
You're good. You're fine.
I normally every time I do a podcast, I'm like, I always forget to close that door.
It's
And
okay.
well, hang on. My dog likes to chew on clothes. He's actually
Mhm.
over there chewing on clothes right now, and I don't.
Go ahead.
I've had to sacrifice a few clothes. Give me a second.
All right. You're good.
All right. It's all good. It's the dangers of live broadcasting, as they say.
Right?
But I can tell
Oh.
you're giddy right now, Menders. You're excited about this.
I'm so giddy. I'm so giddy. I'm so giddy because, first of all, we held off on all of our AEW talk until we got Zach in here with us, and I'm so excited.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So Zach, you were on the shootout about what was it, a month or two ago,
Sometime around
and
there.
you dropped this a little teasers that you had a story about one for the Tony Khan, and we
Okay.
pretty much that like 2 days later we said, okay, you're coming on jumping the rail to talk about this.
Okay.
So we had to bring it back.
All right. You want me to take it away then?
Go ahead. I don't think Menders can contain her excitement anymore.
Let's rewind the clocks to, I'd say, November 2019. November 2019? Yes, the date's right. Okay. So I just went to AEW's 8th Dynamite and thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Was that the Indianapolis show?
That was the very, very first Indianapolis show.
I was there.
Made evented by John Moxley and Darby Allin. Boo Darby
Yep,
Allin, but whatever. So boo Darby Allin. That makes me sound like boo. I don't like. Fuck him. I'll just say that. Fuck Darby Allin. You're a piece of shit. You're a terrible person. I'll just go ahead and say that. Anyway, so I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying all wrestling and stuff. And I'm just starting to have a little fun with this new app that everyone's talking about called TikTok.
Oh.
So I get on TikTok and I'm not making a whole lot of content. I tried to ride the wave of like virality or something. I had like my very, very first TikTok video before my account was taken down was at like 600,000 views. Like
Oh, wow.
it was like 200,000 views the day I put it up because it was stupid. It was stupid. It was me getting in my car to Blink 182. That's it. The song "First Date," for those of you who don't know, the very first lines of the song are "In my car, I just can't wait." So I get in my car as soon as Tom DeLonge goes "In my car," and then the video stops because it's just me in my car. That's it. Anyway, so I'm trying to ride the virality of it. I'm not having a very good time with it. No one's really caring about just me making terrible pancakes or whatever. And I noticed that someone pops up on my feed. His name's Smith. Smithception is what he's known for. And he was making very anti WWE content. He was talking bad about WWE. And I was like, you know what? What he's saying, I don't agree with everything, but I'm gonna talk about the good things of WWE. So I started talking about the good things of WWE, and I'm an asshole. I'm an opinionated asshole. So I was like, if everyone's going to talk about everything that's good about AEW and everything that's bad about WWE, I'm going to talk about everything that's good about WWE and everything that's bad about AEW. And oh, that started to make people mad.
Yeah.
But it got a little bit of a following out of it. So I'm riding that for a bit. So I dig my heels in, and I'm talking mad shit about AEW. I'm talking mad shit. Someone it got so bad because like AEW fans, wrestling fans just in general are fucking weird, but AEW fans are also fucking weird. They're just weird people. And I say that as someone who enjoys AEW. And if your favorite promotion is AEW, if your favorite promotion is AEW, so be it. There's nothing wrong with that. But I was like, man, they're fucking weird. They're so weird, in fact, that someone got really upset that I was talking shit about AEW because him and his grandpa used to watch wrestling, and he's dead now, so he's just ruining it for him. And I was like, I'm sorry, you don't have to watch my stuff. So he went and started reporting all of my videos on TikTok just so that I would get my account taken down, because that's how you get someone's account taken down. You just report all their videos for a bunch of shit, and eventually the bots will just nix your account. And that's happened to me a couple times, and I'll get into that in a second. And so anyway, I have this following, and I'm just digging my heels into AEW. And that guy ends up like, I have to end up blocking that guy, which is something I don't do. And he ends up like finding my personal social media and like reaches out to me there and like starts. This is weird. Like I said, weird. Mm-hmm. So I'm digging my heels in about how much I really don't like AEW. And blah, blah, blah. And I start to notice a pattern of every time I talk bad about AEW, my account gets reported for harassment and bullying. Like, what's going on here? And I have to keep fighting these reports. I have to hope for my account back. I have to eventually make a backup account, which is my main account now. I can't get my backup account back because people just kept reporting it. But then AEW comes to Indianapolis again. And by this point, AEW has signed my second favorite wrestler, CM Punk. And CM Punk is on a fucking tear. Mm-hmm. Is on a tear. Just like banger matches, banger promos. It's right in the middle of his feud with Eddie Kingston. So
okay.
One week he's having a match. 1 week having killer promo. Next week having a match. I've never seen CM Punk wrestle before. And like that was my goal. I'm here to see CM Punk wrestle. Or at least cut a really fucking cool promo.
Right.
1 week he's wrestling. Next week he's promo. 1 week he's wrestling. Next week promo. Indianapolis rolls around. And I'm like, oh, what's going to happen? CM Punk is in a backstage segment with Eddie Kingston. He's not on TV. He doesn't cut a promo. And he doesn't have a match. It is a 30-second backstage segment of Tony Schiavone going, what's going on back there? That's what's going on. And I'm
Probably
like,
pre-taped the week before, by the way.
Probably
pre-taped. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I'm like, whatever. I just saw Bryan Danielson wrestle Rocky Romero. I'm seeing Lee Moriarty. Fucking love Lee Moriarty. Best wrestler in North America today. And I'm like, fucking whatever. I also hate Cody Rhodes, by the way. Just keep that in mind. I hate Cody Rhodes. Not so much these days, but I do hate Cody Rhodes. And that's like another thing. That's another thing. first that Indianapolis show, that first Indianapolis show, he comes out with his fucking suit and he's like, "Oh, I'm Cody Rhodes. I can't wait to come back here to Indianapolis." I'm like, go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of here. So next thing, Tony Khan comes out. Fucking goof. He comes out. He's like, "Hi everybody, it's me, Tony Khan.
Mark,
9
seriously,
weeks from tonight."
take this down. Take this down. This is getting really fucking annoying.
So he's like, "Huh," and he's like, "Hey everybody, I'd like to introduce you all to Cody Rhodes." And I'm like, fucking goddamn it. So Cody comes out. And he's like, "Oh, look at me. I'm Cody Rhodes. Oh, adrenaline in my soul. And my dad is Cody Rhodes." Just, the whole shebang. Then he's Tony Khan goes, "There's someone who would really like to see all of you, and he's gonna come out right now. CM Punk." And the music hits, and CM Punk comes out, and I'm like, fucking finally. I get to see. He comes out, he does the thing, and he grabs the microphone. And I go, "What's this man about to say?" Oh, man, what's this man about to say? This is my CM Punk impression. It's terrible. I'm terrible at impressions, but ha! You guys are from Indiana. You're treating me. I'm from Illinois. You guys are treating me like a Hoosier. Man. But you know who's a Hoosier that really like to see you? Ruby Soho. And the man talks again. And I'm just like, and I love Ruby Soho. She came out with Billy Rock that night, wrestled Charlie Cruel on AEW Dark Evolution. I was like, oh, that's sweet. Billy Rock out here with
I love Billy Rock.
Yeah, it's fun. So, and I was like, okay. Third time I go to AEW, Punk's injured. Nothing you can do about it.
Right.
Nothing you can do about it. Punk's injured. But Punk comes back from injury. And I almost forgot this part of the story. So Punk comes back from injury. They announce Collision. My best friend, who I've been to every AEW show with, texts me, "Yeah, I just got backstage passes to Collision." And I was like, "Excuse me?" And he's like, "Yeah, another buddy of mine is a bigger TikToker than you. He doesn't do any wrestling content, but they want like people to talk about Collision that aren't wrestling fans to like kind of spread out the stuff." And I was like, that makes sense.
Damn it.
Why is it you? Someone that I've been to every single AEW show with, and someone who has been in videos with me at AEW shows. And he gets to meet CM Punk. He gets to see CM Punk wrestle. He gets to, see all that stuff. But, it's fine. I'm happy for him. Happy for you, Scheimer. Then I see CM Punk. He unveils the real world championship. It has a big X on it. It's like, "I'm straight edge." And I, Zach Reuber, am straight edge. And I found straight edge through CM Punk. Like that's the whole reason I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs. I've never smoked a cigarette, never smoked weed. The only time I've ever drank alcohol is by accident. I've never touched anything because of that man. I'm like, this is my fucking champ right here. Hell yeah. And I'm so excited because All Out's in a couple weeks. I'm like, I'm going to buy tickets to All Out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I buy tickets to All Out. And I make my way up to a friend's house. Well, All In happens. The brawl in, it takes place. And Tony Khan, who can't shut the fuck up to save his life, is radio silent for a week. And I'm like, what is happening? And I am in Chicago at my buddy Andrew's house. And we turn on, I think they announced it on Collision. Yeah. Because we turned on, we were having a pay-per-view party because we were going to watch Collision and whatever WWE pay-per-view was taking place at that time. It is with deep regret that I have to fire Phil CM Punk Brooks, and I was just like,
Oh, you were pissed.
you are watching me, you billionaire fuck. You are watching me, and you want to ruin my life. And you want to ruin my life, you fuck. You piece of shit fuck. I hate you so much. I hate you. But you know, when one person's watching out for you, another person's watching out for you. Because a couple weeks later, WWE announces John Cena is going on tour with WWE. And I'm just like, hell yeah. I haven't seen John Cena wrestle since 2009, 2010. He was feuding with Randy Orton in Legacy. Again, fuck Cody Rhodes. Rewinding back, I forgot. Fuck Cody Rhodes. Because he's out there with Ruby Soho and Jumpin' Bean fucking Tony Khan and CM Punk. And he's out there. And of course, this was what Cody Rhodes would do. Of course it is. Cody Rhodes is like, now we have a fan here tonight who has been battling cancer, and I'd like to bring them down to the ring right now. And I was just like, this is kind of sweet, but what are you up to? Brings the fan into the ring, and he goes, you've won a battle that none of us can even imagine winning, and I want you to win one more battle. And I was like, all right, what are you doing? And he looks around, he goes, we all know that I don't like to put people over, but I'm going to put this guy over. Tony, and he lays down, and he's like, Tony, count the 3. And this guy pins Cody Rhodes in the ring, and it's like 1, 2, 3. This guy has a pinfall victory for Cody Rhodes. And I was like, go fuck yourself. You piece of shit. I hate you. I hate you so much. But yeah, that is my. I am convinced that Tony Khan, with how much he loves to book for Reddit and Twitter, and not book to make money, because you know those ticket sales are hella down. He's out there on TikTok, and he's like, oh, look at this fucking long-haired hippie-looking motherfucker. What's he gonna say?
Let's ruin his life.
I hate. But here's the thing: like, it'd be one thing if I was like, I hate AEW, I don't watch it, blah 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 blah, because then he could just scroll on. He probably saw one of my videos where people are like, you hate AEW, don't you? and I play the game.
Wow, really?
Zach,
really?
I play the game. Does Zach really hate AEW, or am I just a fucking mark? And I'm like, all right, let's and I play the Price is Right theme and everything. And I show me like pictures of me at AEW. I show pictures that I took at AEW. I show me on AEW television twice. I've been on AEW television twice.
Nice.
One for Phoenix's entrance and one for Willow Nightingale's entrance. I'm like, I'm on TV having a good time. So do I hate AEW? And I've been there 4 times. So do I hate AEW? Or are you just a fucking mark? You're just a fucking mark. Thank you for playing. And
it was probably Tony. It was probably Tony.
I'm convinced that he was like, oh, this guy actually watches my show. I'm going to make sure to ruin his fucking life. So.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Put up AJ's comment. We got a comment. Me and Barry also have beef with Cody. When we went to AEW in Champaign, he gave a random kid in the crowd $100 bill. Screw you, Cody. We're working adults with bills. You could have gave us $100.
So it's.
Hey, Reb, put your mic down. Put your mic down so people can actually hear what you're saying.
I didn't want you guys to hear the popcorn.
No,
yeah, we know.
That's fair.
All I could hear is like I kind of hear him talking in the background, but there's nothing there. Can you please take this down? It's
You don't like the Young Bucks?
You and Metallus?
Metallus and Nick Few.
Nick Few.
No, that's not any better. That one's already
Well,
been up there.
Here's the thing, though. I love the Young Bucks, man. I do. I love the Young Bucks. And I love Kenny. I love Hangman. I love most of the Elite. Fuck Cody Rhodes. And fuck Marty Scurll. And, that type of shit. But that's the thing. Like, I see this show, and I'm just like, there's so much good talent there that could be doing such great things. Like, here's my thing. I ran 2 wrestling shows, right? 2 wrestling shows. Both times, I spent way more money than I needed to draw the same amount of people that I would have drawn had I not spent way more money than I needed to. It's just simple facts.
Right.
And I just keep seeing all these people getting signed. And I'm just like, you think it's going to help? You think it's going to help? Why don't you just take someone like Billy Starks? Get her the fuck off Ring of Honor. And, well, Dwayne, you've missed out. Sorry to tell you.
Dwayne's different. We're all used to it.
Yeah. But like, take someone like Billy Starks and just like build her up. Like, not just don't have her just lose to Athena. Also, why is Athena on Ring of Honor? Like, it's one thing like if Athena's on Ring of Honor and she's on this undefeated streak to build up the program, but like you're not building up the program. You can't just sit here and go, oh yeah, Athena's got this.
Yeah.
Let me just sign Kazuchika Okada real quick. Yeah.
Well, they put Kingston on AEW TV with the Ring of Honor belt. They can do the same thing with Athena.
Yeah, I think he hates
the Kingdom.
Women.
All the other Ring of Honor champions are on there.
I think he hates women. I truly believe that Tony Khan hates women.
You heard it here first. Tony Khan, misogynist.
Yeah.
That's a scoop.
I think look at the adjective. Women.
This corny says people and women.
People and women.
Well, that's the thing. Is like these women, like he just keeps signing these women, and I love that Willow Nightingale and Billy Starks and Athena and all these fantastic, talented women are getting a spot to shine. It's great, but you can only do so much in 15 minutes at 9:15 p.m. On a Wednesday. And whereas, how many women's programs does WWE have going on right now? Like, granted, they have
4 or 5.
They have like 5 hours of programming across the week, if you don't count NXT. But then again, AEW has 4 hours of programming of content throughout the week. And
no, they have 5.
They have 5. They do have 5.
You forget.
I forget Rampage.
Rampage. The show nobody watches.
Everyone does.
Rampage. Did you know that Big Time Small Wrestling, the reality show about midget wrestling, is outdrawing Rampage?
I did. I knew that.
Like 2 weeks in a row. Like, it's outdrawing Rampage. I'm just like, damn. All right. But
that's ridiculous. But yeah. Anyway. Of course, Dwayne watches Rampage. Of course.
There's nothing. Here's the thing.
Nothing wrong with it.
Here's the thing.
I said better things to do on a Friday night.
I don't watch it not because it's not a good show, because there have been. Now, granted, the only Rampage I've ever been to. Whoa, it was a fucking stinker. Holy shit, I was bored. I was like, damn. I hate that I'm the guy that's like, I'm staying till the show lights come on, or I'm staying till the house lights come up. Like, that's my rule when I go to shows. I settle the house lights come up. And I'm just I'm sitting here and I'm just like, God damn. I am watching Orange Cassidy versus QT Marshall in a lumberjack match.
Oh boy.
It's like,
That's one
Like,
where I'm
make me
surprised
care.
both the lumberjacks or all the lumberjacks didn't just turn on both of them. Honestly,
Well, I love Orange Cassidy. That's the thing. Like,
Ugh.
oh, that man is one of the best wrestlers going today.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm sick of the gimmick. I'm sick of the gimmick.
Yeah.
He's a good wrestler. I'm sick of the gimmick.
Well, that's the thing. They've kind of evolved it over time. I mean, he's still lazy. He's still but you know, if he's not for you, he's not for you. A lot of people hate Roman Reigns. I think best wrestler going today.
I'm not a huge fan of Roman Reigns either. I mean, I get what he's doing. I understand it.
Well, it's kind of the same thing.
Not knocking it, but
yeah, it's kind of the same deal. I hate Cody Rhodes, and
apparently with a fiery passion.
I do. I hate Cody Rhodes. Not so. And I think here's the thing. And I don't want this to be Zach comes on jumping the rail to just shit on AEW for like 2 hours.
Please do.
But like,
that's actually the title of the episode.
I think I enjoy watching Cody more on WWE.
Me too.
Maybe it's because I just like WWE more, but he comes off way more not genuine, but he fits more.
Yeah. He's more likable.
He not even that, because he's still, that's the thing. He's still doing the fucking
suit.
How about professional? Maybe he's more professional on WWE. I don't know.
Still doing the same thing though.
Yeah.
It's like he hasn't changed. He's still putting on the matches. He's still going over every fucking body that gets in his way. He is.
Maybe it's the lack of Tony that's making him seem.
Maybe it's the lack of Tony.
He's doing the same. I think he just fits better. He's doing the same thing that he was doing. He's doing the same thing that he was doing in AEW, minus stupid fire spots and what have you. But he's doing all the same stuff, and I'm just like, okay, maybe it just fits better because I just. And that was another thing. Like CM Punk in AEW, that's my favorite. That's my second favorite wrestler. My first tattoo was going to be a CM Punk tattoo. It kind of is, not really. I got a straight edge tattoo. I have 2 of them, but it was. I he came back to AEW. I watched for like a month. It was like appointment viewing, and then I was like, I'm not appointment viewing anymore. You know, it is what it is. It's just.
For a couple of weeks, it was the best show on TV. Was Collision.
Yeah,
Punk was there.
Yeah,
it didn't last.
Nope.
That's the
damn
thing.
Punk.
That's like,
or damn Bucks.
It's like, you know, there's just something about certain characters that just fit, and like when like QT Marshall, you don't run a school if you're a shitty wrestler. You know what I mean? You don't run the Nightmare Factory. You don't train people well if you're a shitty wrestler. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the people that have come out of the Nightmare Factory, but that's neither here nor there. But you don't get to, like, I believe that QT Marshall, I don't think that he's a charisma vacuum. I think they just gave him a bunch of dumb fucking storylines that people didn't get. Because, like, you had, I mean, I remember it fondly because I was a kid and it's fun to look back at. But Brian Danielson, one of the greatest wrestlers to have ever lived. One of his first storylines in WWE was, he's a virgin? I gotta fuck this guy. No, I gotta fuck this guy. No, I gotta
his wife and his sister, by the way, in that storyline.
I gotta fuck this guy. Wait a minute, you fucked before? Ladies, I said I'm vegan. Not a like.
We about got a spit take. It almost happened.
Ladies,
Reb almost lost it.
Like, he's out here flirting with, well, I think it was Gail Kim or Eve Torres at the time, but he's like, ladies, come on. I said I'm vegan. I'm fucking all the time. Imagine eye patch Brian Danielson like doing that now. Like, it'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I think like I don't like in my head the greatest wrestling match, if the greatest wrestling match in the world happens and nobody cares, did it actually happen? Like
True.
That's kind of where I see it. Like, and that was kind of my. I think that's the thing about AEW. Like, you're bringing in Will Ospreay, probably Kazuchika Okada, probably Mercedes Moné. You have Kenny Omega on the roster.
Okay,
like,
Rep, go find that comment again that AJ put up. Probably bringing in Monet. They're bringing in Monet.
Probably. It's nothing confirmed. It's nothing confirmed. Just because the show in Boston is called The Statement does not mean they're bringing in Monet.
It's not called The Statement. It's
called The Statement.
I thought it was Boss. No,
it's big business.
It's
big
the
business.
Big business. It's big business from Boston.
Yeah.
And
there's money signs for the S's.
There's money signs everywhere, But, I could die on the way to work tomorrow. Am I going to die on the way to work tomorrow? Probably not. But, hey, you're talking to the guy that heard people go. I heard all the fucking CM Punk hints before the first dance, which is fucking stupid, by the way. That was the second show. Why are you calling it the first dance?
Tony.
But I saw all this shit, and I kept hearing the fucking. I kept seeing and hearing all the hints at CM Punk coming in, and I was just sitting to myself thinking, well, he doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, we all knew Cody was winning at Mania last year. We all knew it. And what happened? He didn't come in. He didn't come in. I mean, it didn't happen. Yeah. But is Mercedes going to come into AEW? Probably. Probably. I would bet money on it.
So here's my question. You're a CM Punk fan.
Right.
You spend some time in Chicago.
Right.
Have you been to Mindy's Bakery?
No.
Oh.
Because every time that I go to Chicago, I bring my girlfriend with me. It's weird calling her my girlfriend. We've been together almost 13 years. 12, 13 years. Right? 12. Almost 12 years. You lose count after a while. Like, we got together in 2012. It's 2024 now. But yeah. Coming this March, it'll be 24 years. It'll be 12 years.
It really just feels that way.
It just it feels that way. You lose count. But every time we go there, she is very particular about where we go. So because most of the time we go to Chicago, we're there for wrestling. And while she enjoys it, it's not really her thing. Mm-hmm. She did not come to All Out with me. She stayed back and I think either watched reality TV or played Sims. I don't know, one of the two. She did not care to go to All Out. But so we go to the places that we always hit is Pequod's Pizza. That is the one place we always hit, and that's the only place we hit up. Yeah, I got a lot of stories from Chicago.
AJ, what happened last year? The tribal chief reminded everyone what the pecking order is. That's all it was. He'll do it again at Mania 40.
Yeah.
Really, Reb?
I keep seeing that guy's face.
Right?
And I just, look at those nostrils. Those things are just...
You could park a car in there.
Filled with cocaine. Anyway, I have a lot of stories from Chicago that are they're fun. They're not all wrestling related, but they're fun. Me and Angel collectively lost $600 in a day at Riot Fest. That's a fun story.
Oh,
jeez. Long story short, wrestlers full of carnies. You know what else is full of carnies? Carnivals. Carnivals are full of carnies. And I tried winning. We have 2 pugs in this house. We're a pug family. And there was a gigantic stuffed pug. And I was like, I'm gonna win that pug. How do I win that pug, sir? And he goes, oh, it's $1 a play. And you just have to pull these balls out of this thing. And each ball has a number on it or has like a thing on it. And it, if you get to 100, you get whatever you want. I'm like, all right. So I play for a little bit, $1 a play. I get a gold ball. And I'm like, what's a gold ball mean? He's like, all right, you get to 100, you win $200. And you get anything you want, $10 a play. I was saving my money that weekend. I'm like, fuck yeah, all right. $10 a play, boom, boom, boom. Get another gold ball, $400. $20 a play. I'm like, all right. Boom, 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 boom. Another gold ball. $800. $40 a play. At this point, I've dragged Angel over here. I'm like, we're gonna win some big fucking money. But now we've played so much that we are now trying to win our money back. and we are 5. We are at 95. We have to get to 100. And we calculate it. Did I say we lost $600 in a day? 300. It was 300. But we collectively look and we're like, we have collectively spent like now I'm thinking about it, it was like $400 to $500 that day. All right. So I forgot. So we calculate it. We're like, okay, we've lost like $300 collectively. We need to stop. Like, this is how people lose their houses. So we stop. We walk away from $800, 5 points away from. I could have played $40 more and won that shit, but no, it wouldn't have happened. Anyway.
So do you only watch the main wrestling or do you watch TNA? Do you watch Impact or no?
I watch as much as I mentally can.
Gotcha.
So
does that mean yes or no? You don't watch TNA?
So I haven't watched anything recent. I keep up with what's going on. I keep up with what's going on. One thing I do is I subscribe to Deadlock Pro. It's Patreon, and I don't know if you guys are aware of Deadlock at all.
I am not.
So Deadlock Pro is 3 guys that got big on YouTube through wrestling video gaming. Like, they would just like make funny videos playing wrestling video games. They got so big that they were like, all right, let's start a podcast. And they got a really big podcast going, and that got really popular. And then they were like, okay, let's start a wrestling promotion. Fuck it. Let's start a wrestling promotion. And they, they're one of the biggest indies going on the East Coast right now. Anyway, this is a long way of me going, I subscribe to their Patreon. And on the $5 tier. And every week they will show a match and then they will commentate over it. Not like, oh, look at this guy doing it. He's like, oh, look at this fucking guy. Like, they pick the best matches, they pick the worst matches. And they were TNA kids. I was not a TNA kid. I was watching John Cena with my fucking foam belt, listening to You Can't See Me on repeat. And You Can't See Me, the album, not The Time Is Now. I know the song. I'm listening to Bad Bad Man. I'm listening to Don't Want to Fuck With Us. I'm listening to Chang Gang Is the Click. I'm learning all that shit.
Is Bad Mad Band the one with the A-Team themed music video?
Yes.
Okay.
Bad Bad Man is the A-Team music video. And so what they will do, like, they will often either watch old CZW matches with Justice Payne, Nick fucking Cage,
right.
Zandig. They'll watch that shit. Love that. Love watching that stuff.
Joe Gacy back in the day.
Yeah. I watched they just did El Generico versus Justice Pain, and the match was fucking wild. And or they'll do like old TNA matches, and it's fun to like get their thoughts on like old TNA and whatever. And sometimes they'll watch really, really bad matches and just make fun of it. The NBA 10-man tag that WWE did back in like 2009, 2010.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, like they do commentary over that. But
because Denver didn't have the foresight to book a show during the playoffs, and
right,
then they wound up having to cancel.
So that's kind of like my reintroduction during that time period. I kept up during the broken mat era, because I really loved the broken mat stuff. I love stupid shit in wrestling. I really do. I really like stupid shit in wrestling. It's the fucking best. There was a promotion in Indianapolis that ran for a while called Bizarro Lucha. They went under around.
Heard of that one? Yep.
And I knew I didn't know what I was in for. I went to Grizzled Young Veterans are showing up at DPW soon, but I knew like it was something that I never saw before with wrestling, because indie wrestling before I went to Glory Pro was just shindies. That's all I knew, and I didn't know what you could do with wrestling. So I go to this fucking brewery in Indianapolis that's just a hole in the wall. There's a wrestling ring that's up to my shins, and
As I got
and you have Thunder Kitty, Adam
geez.
Slade, Bradley Prescott the Fourth, fucking Levi Everett.
Okay.
I think Billy Starks is also there as Pizza Cat Jr. And they're chain wrestling a roll of toilet paper. And I thought, this is fucking wrestling right here, man. Like, this is that shit. Like, this is what? Fucking I almost said Kyle Piper. Justin Kyle. Justin Kyle was there. He walks up to me. I've never been that close to a man that big before. At that point,
he's huge.
He's huge,
big boy.
And I have a redacted shirt over my shoulder, and he just takes it and just rubs his nuts on it, and just gives it, and then drops it on the floor and walks away. And I was like, "This that shit." Like, I love this place.
You're talking about Justin Kyle at Noble for 0-1.
Yeah,
when he was in War Games.
Right.
So me and my friend Bari, we're sitting there. We had brought our own chairs down to Noble because we were tired of sitting in the folding chairs.
Right.
See, AJ, ask Minder for her Justin Kyle story. So we're sitting there. He hated me. He already hated me. I'm not sure what I had done, but it was a mutual hate. No, I didn't. This was before I was doing signs. So this was before signs. I don't know. We had a mutual hate. We didn't like each other. I'd seen him at New Wave Pro, and I was like, okay. And we were sitting there, and Bari and I were kind of complaining about him being in the War Games match. And all of a sudden, he comes up right behind us, puts his hand on each of our shoulders, and says, "You guys enjoying the show?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." I was like, Bari and I are like gripping each other's hand as tight as we can. Like, oh dear God, he's going to kill us. We are now dead. But that's our Justin Kyle story. We were freaking out. It was funny.
Yeah, he's just such a big dude.
He is.
And I watched Holly Cromwell eliminate him from a battle royal using magic. Like, she used witch's magic to slow down time and move out of the way so that Justin Kyle would go over the top rope. And I was like, this is what I need.
You need this in your life.
Match of the year 2021, I think it was. 2021, 2022. Match of the year. Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan from Joey Janela's Spring Break.
Bryce Remsburg with the sunglasses.
That's that shit right there. I love that shit. I love dumb shit in wrestling. It's the best because it's wrestling is fucking stupid.
And also, not to nothing, credit to Dave Prazak for calling that damn match with the straight like it's a regular match.
Calling it straight. You have Bryce Remsburg calling it straight. You have it's nuts, and that's what I like, man. I like dumb death matches. I love great death matches. I love dumb death matches. I don't like bad death matches. There's a difference. I don't like I like dumb death matches. I don't like bad death matches. One of the best matches I've ever seen live was Matt Cardona versus Nick Gage.
Oh, you were there for that?
I made the trek. I had to. I was a big Zach Ryder guy because ZR, that's my guy. Like, there's a wrestler named Zach, and it kind of sounds like my name, and no one likes him, like how no one likes me. Like, this is awesome. So I made the trek to. I texted my buddy Scheimer, who got to meet. I see you.
There's your bugs.
Give me one moment. I'm gonna take care of my dog real quick. Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
No problem.
Yes, I do.
So this is going better than I imagined.
I know, me too.
I hear you.
Speaking of bad matches, Minderz, I think next week we are doing. Is it next week we're doing the watch along, or is that the week after?
Week after, I thought.
Okay, because next week is the PWI segment.
Yes.
Well, I think our watch along is going to be.
No, wait.
What?
Yeah, is it? Hold on, I gotta think
about
what happened.
I got it. I got my schedule here. But anyway, our next watch along, I think we're going to be watching the Fish Market Street Fight from TNA Destination X 2008. I think it was. Team 3D versus Curryman and Shark Boy.
All right.
And we may have to get AJ in on this one because
we definitely got to get AJ in on this one. If we're watching Shark Boy and Curryman. So you're
next week
Zach
is PWI. The week after that is the watch along.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Zach's back now. So you need to tell him what our watch along is going to be in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay. So every month on one episode we'll do a watch along of a match. We just started doing this last month with Hogan and the Sheik on the anniversary.
Okay.
But I think this month, in 2 weeks, we're actually going to be doing the Fish Market Street Fight from TNA.
The Fish Market Street Fight?
Team 3D versus Curryman and Shark Boy. And it's everything you would hope for it to be, just from what I've heard of your preferences. It's the angle when the 3D had to make like 250 to be able to wrestle. They had to cut weight.
Ooh.
So they had to get on a scale before the match. And just good stuff.
So I'm sitting here thinking about, like, all right, what type of stuff are they watching? And I was like, do you need a match? Because I can give you my matches from whenever I wrestled, and you can talk about how bad they are. Because God,
let's do it. Send them all to Reb. We'll do it. We'll do it.
Yeah, there is a reason I am behind the camera nowadays. I have had, out of all the matches that I have filmed, I have 3 of them. I have one from Winslow, Indiana. I have one from Dale, Indiana, from my show. Let me tell you a fucking story about this fucking show. Right. The last one was from Pawcade 3. I fucked up the John Cena 5 Moves of Doom because I didn't want to kill anybody. Sorry, Ben. I didn't want to fucking drop you on your neck. I wanted to give you an FU, not a burning hammer, you fuck. Sorry that I put you down and hit you with a spear instead and knocked my knees into your knees, you fuck. You short fuck.
Wait, who did you fight?
Okay, so
he said short. Now I want to know who he fought.
So
Rander?
Ben Sheeran is a manager from Kentuckiana. He's just a manager. Originally a ref, now he's a manager. Piece of shit. Love him to death. Piece of shit. And it was 2022. I'm gonna have to think back. It's 2022. And everyone's putting out their list of who they want to fight in 2022. And I put my dad and Ben Sheeran. Like that would just, whatever. Because I'll film for Paradigm and then he'd come out and he'd just be like, fuck you, Zach, behind the camera. And I'd be like, I'd be behind the camera and going like, fuck you, Ben. Just like and Chad French, who runs the yearly Pawcade show to raise money for his local animal shelter. He was like, you want to fight Ben at Pawcade? I was like, yeah, why not? Like, I'll fight Ben at Pawcade. And he was like, all right, I'm going to be in the match too. And I was like, okay, Chad, you're also not a wrestler. This is going to be a bad match. He's like, who cares? I'm like, all right. And then he turns it into a handicap match between me and it's me and Chad versus Lobo Okami, Ben Sheeran, and Flash Thompson. And then I get to the fucking back and I'm like, all right, what are we doing? Let's run through this thing. What are we doing? And they just crack open beers and just go, I don't know. I was like, what do you mean we don't know? 3 out of the 5 people in this match are not wrestlers. I have had 10 months. I've had 10 hours of training total. Chad's never wrestled before. He's only ever done battle royals. And Ben's trained to be a referee. What the fuck do you mean? We'll call it out there, brother. Like, what do you mean? No. What are we doing? And they're like, all right, we'll do this. We'll do this. We'll do this. I was like, no, I need to be Macho Man right here. I got to know what we're doing. I got to know where to be. Like, and it was fucking Chad. Chad's like, yeah, I'm going to be the one making the pin. And I was like, Chad, this is my feud. I'm the one feuding with Ben. You're not feuding with Ben. And he's like, you fucking big leaguing me right now? I was like, I gotta be the one to pin Ben. And he's like,
it's like me with CMC.
Yeah,
it's like you and CMC.
And he's like, all right, what's your finish? I was like, I'm gonna hit the John Cena 5 moves of doom. And he's like, okay, can you get Ben up? And I was like, yeah, I can get Ben up. 350, he's a short bowling ball of a guy. And love you, Ben. And it had been a bit. I was squatting around 400. Like my squat PR was like 395. And I was like, if I can squat 395 and it's been like a year of atrophy, I can do like here. I can do I can pick up Ben for the FU. So I pick up Ben, but and I practiced picking up Ben beforehand. I'm like, yeah, this is easy. I got this. And when we're in the middle of the match and I hit the 5 moves of doom, I hit shoulder block, duck the clothesline, spin out side slam, 5 knuckle shuffle. I pick him up and he's just a little too over here. Like his head's right here. His head's supposed to be over here. So it's like right here. And I was like, if I turn him over, he's gonna go right on his neck. I'm not killing a man today. Like I'm not getting paid. None of us are getting paid. This is a charity show. So I put him down because I panic. I don't know what to do in this situation. And he just starts talking shit like, oh yeah, I knew you couldn't fucking do it, blah blah blah. And just loud as can be, Chad just goes, spear him. So I just jump and spear this guy. Knees knocking to knees. And my dog's gonna tear at my door. I rent this place. I
understand. Oh, Minderz, if I was ever to get in the ring, I would have no interest in trying to lift anyone. So, you know what my
Maybe
finish would
Anakin
be?
or Kenny. I could do Anakin or Kenny. You got Iron Claw it?
Iron Claw.
I
You're gonna
got
Iron Claw it. All right.
I got a big half pit bull, half pug, and then I got a normal sized pug. And that big pit bull pug combo likes to tear up doors whenever he doesn't get his way.
Oh boy.
Right, he has separation anxiety, really, really bad. And over at my girlfriend's grandparents' house, where she was living at the time before she moved in with me, we would need to we would need like a breather from him, so we would like lock him out just for a little bit. Like he had other people out there, but like he would like claw at the door so much, and after like 7 years of just clawing at this door, it looks like Wolverine's trying to break in. Like it's, and I don't need, and like that's a home that's owned. I rent this place. I don't need that shit happening here.
Yeah, my cats have done a number on our carpeting, so I understand that.
Right. So.
Well, let's. Where do we want to go from here now, Reb?
Oh my goodness, I don't know where to go from here.
I warned you guys whenever you first had me on, like I'll talk. Like
no, it's all
have
good.
No problems with that.
Like throw away your notes, so you don't need them. Like,
well, you should see our notes; they're legit bullet points.
My only notes for you coming on was just Tony Khan's story, and then just go from there.
Yes, that is my Tony Khan story. I am convinced that Tony Khan has found my TikTok and has booked AEW to piss me off.
Well, we're pretty sure he listens to us on very rare occasions and
likes
to play with his action figures and.
Yeah, you know.
I don't know if he follows us on Twitter, because otherwise I think I'd get some responses if he paid attention to what I put on there.
Maybe putting his face on a donkey's ass might not have been the best idea, but you know, whatever.
What are you gonna do?
Hey, I think I got a like or two on that one.
Wrestling promoters, you know, they're all jackasses anyway.
You say as Dave just came into the chat.
Hi, Dave.
I love it.
Oh my goodness. That's what we call in the business timing.
That's timing right there. All right, let's. Nah, he's just letting the cocaine take him wherever it takes him, allegedly. That's pretty much true. Okay, Reb, where do we want to go from here? What do we want to talk about? Where do we want to go?
Well, you know, we've had Zach on. We might as well let him plug his endeavors, because we've talked on the shootout about your musical pursuits, sir. So
right.
Why don't you fill everybody in on that? What you got going on?
So right now we are set to play Wrong Side 812. My band Nights on Holiday. We're set to play Wrong Side 812 in Jeffersonville, Indiana, this coming Saturday. Music at 8:00. We'll be playing with our friends FMK, and we'll be playing with Deadfoot for the first time out of Indianapolis. They're digging at the door again. Oh.
Well, we got when he gets all this stuff plugged, I think we ought to go into our top 10 and then call it a night there, sir, because we're at an hour and a half.
Yeah, I think you're about right. So
we should tell him, just leave the door open. It's fine.
I gotta watch these dogs. They've been fighting lately.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Especially since one's significantly bigger than the other. Give me a second. I'm going to figure this out.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh, while he's doing that, why don't we put up our? Why don't we pay our bills while we're doing that? Just throw up the video real quick.
Sounds good.
All right, so let's pay some bills here real quick.
Show over.
No,
Oh, no.
no.
Okay,
This,
just
we,
like-
we took that out for a little commercial break to plug our merch while you're getting stuff figured out.
Yeah, I don't think I got it figured out, as you can see. Like, I have, so my big dog does not like to go into his crate, so he has protected himself in this guy's crate, and he is not coming out. And if I can't put that guy in this guy's, if I can't put this guy in that guy's crate, or in his own crate, I guess I'm just going to hold him.
There you go.
It
Anyway.
happens.
So what's this guy's name?
So this is Ludo, named
Okay.
after the rock monster from the 1986 Jim Henson film, Labyrinth.
Nice.
So this is Ludo. Twitch is just a name that he came with.
Twitch.
We got him from the Humane Society several years ago. He's 9 now. We got him when he was 6 months old, and they're like, "This is Twitch," and they're like, "How do you get his name?" And he was a surrender, and they're like, "Oh, he twitches his butt when he walks," which he does. But then it turns out we met the original owners of Twitch before he was surrendered, and they were like, "No, he twitches because he would twitch while laying down as a puppy, and he would fall off the couch." So called him Twitch after that. I was like, "Oh, well, it's a good name." Anyway, my band Nights on Holiday. You can find us streaming everywhere. We'll be performing at Wrong Side 812 in Jeffersonville, Indiana this Saturday with our friends FMK and Deadfoot. We've never played with Deadfoot before, but we're very excited about it. We are we're playing a nice little 35-minute set there. I don't know if we're going on. Definitely not going on last. We're probably going on first, but definitely come out and have a good time if you're in the area. We're also going to be playing Mag Bar in Louisville, Kentucky, May 3rd. We're trying to we're going to be playing Punk Rock Night or What the Fuck Ever is what it's called. It's called Punk Rock Night or What the Fuck Ever with
I like it.
it'll be us, it will be Louisville band Requiem, it will be Louisville band E flat, and Louisville band Scrooge Mandela. So it'll be a nice little time with that. I'm also planning on we're trying to put up a show together the following day, May 4th. I know that's the same day technically as a 01 show, so that's probably another 01 show I'm not going to be able to make it to, because I won't be able to make it to the one in February.
I was just going to ask, do we get to see you in a couple weeks or not?
No, unfortunately, you will not be able to see me in a couple weeks. It's just like my schedule is not lining up with my schedule. Like
we understand. Like
I'm like, hey guys, I won't be able to make it to the February shows. And they're like, okay. And then I think to myself, like, all right, March 9th, I could probably make it then. And then I'm like, then March 23rd, man, it's my anniversary trip. Okay, well, not gonna make it to that show. And then I don't know if there's any shows in April. I don't think there's any shows in April. And then we jump into May. I probably can't make the May 4th show.
Ooh, that's the
originally
that's
I couldn't.
Decatur. That's
Yeah.
Decatur.
Originally, I couldn't make it to the May 4th show because I was told we had to be in a wedding that day. But that wedding has been moved, I guess. I don't know.
Is it still happening? Maybe that's the bigger question.
I think the wedding is still happening, but it's just been moved because my girlfriend was like, Zach, you can't go to 01 that day. We have a wedding we have to be at. And I was like, I don't want to go to that wedding. And dude, both. Are you kidding me? Decatur's like a 4-hour drive from me.
No. Send
April
her
13th.
with like an iPad FaceTime so your face is there,
Yeah.
and you're still at the wrestling show.
April 13th.
Yeah, and then
01 does have a show in April.
April. Okay.
April 13th, Terre Haute.
I should be able to make it to that show.
Then we have May 4th.
The 13th?
13th.
13th.
Dude, that's in Terre Haute?
Yes.
Okay. That's a busy weekend. I'm seeing 01 that weekend, and then Death Clock, Dragon Force, and Necro Goblin the next day.
Deathlock. Metalocalypse.
I'm seeing Descendants in April, and I am seeing I'm seeing Descendants, Circle Jerks, and Adolescence in April, and I'm seeing Deathclock, Dragon Force, and Neko Gotlicon in April.
Nice.
So
Then we get a month off in July.
All right.
From 01.
Okay.
But then it's 2 shows a month.
Yeah.
Every month, except for April, July, and December.
Yeah. Yeah, my schedule's not being fun. This is where I'm going to tease. Okay. I've held 1 show. I've held 2 shows. I'm going to hold a 3rd show.
Woohoo!
So, the first show was a show with a company that I am not going to be naming. Second show was with 01. Third show will be in partnership with 01, but I also plan on having associations with other independent professional wrestling companies from around the area, because I want to be able to put on I want to have my own little pawcade in my home area of Jasper, Indiana. And I want to have, it's not going to be a 01 show. It's not going to be a typical pawcade show. Where I'm from, there's no wrestling. There's no wrestling scene where I'm from. Because if there was, there'd be no reason for me to drive 4 or 5 fucking hours to be able to do these wrestling shows.
Right.
But the people that do watch wrestling around here, they know one kind, maybe 2. And that is WWE, maybe AEW. So it is, I need to book it a specific kind of way. And I need to have specific kinds of people there. That sounds really racist when I say it. That is not what I mean.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
It was like, it does not sound good when I say it like that.
Well, how about this? When you decide the date that you're having that,
okay,
you let us know and we'll bring you back on.
Perfect. Yeah.
And that way you can plug it.
Perfect. But yeah, that is my tease. I plan on having another show in Jasper, Indiana. The goal is late summer, early fall. That is the goal.
Okay.
So,
hey, I'm just curious. Who is in charge of getting the play-by-play arranged when Rob isn't at 01?
Who's in charge of the play-by-play?
Yeah.
Is that a legitimate question, or are you being facetious?
That is a legitimate question.
Okay. Because I couldn't remember what shows have been out with Rob not on commentary.
Usually Terre Haute, but
yeah. So, well, the first show that I remember from Terre Haute, at least the one that I edited, Rob was on commentary with that one. So Rob was not at... Yo! What's going on? Oh, everybody's home.
Oh.
I was like, everybody's home. Like, everyone's working. Everyone's going crazy. Give me 1 second. I'm all tangled up here.
Suspense is killing me.
Suspense is killing me. Yay! Hi!
No one's taking my stuff. Anyway.
Dwayne, by the way.
So that was it's whoever wants to be on commentary. That is the one thing that I ran into at the first Terre Haute show that I was at. Because Rob was not there, and I brought all the commentary stuff. Mm-hmm. And I went to Chan. I was like, "Hey, Chan, you gonna do commentary tonight?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll do commentary." And then like the first 3 matches had no commentary, and I was like, "Where the hell are the people doing commentary?" And before the show, I was like, "Anybody want to do commentary?" And Joey was like, "I'll do commentary versus in Jordan's match." I was like, "Okay, cool." And then I went up to Joey afterwards, like between matches. I was like, "Thanks, Joey." He's like, "I like this. I'm gonna keep doing it all night." And I was like, "Cool. I don't have to worry about it."
There you go, Reb. Talk to Joey.
There you go.
Talk to Zach. Be like, "Hey, Zach, I'll do
I was gonna
it."
say, if you need somebody and I'm there, just come hit me up. And,
oh, perfect.
It's a bucket list thing. I always wanted to try it.
Known.
Now you have a backup plan. How's that?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
This
I
is
saw you
some,
doing this. I was like, "Are you hinting?" No,
Yeah, I was hinting.
Yeah, I got him.
That's what we in the business call shooting your
Okay.
shot.
Yeah.
Shooting your shot.
Hey man, you got to shoot your shot. That's how I got back into indie wrestling.
Right.
Yeah.
That's I shot Chad French a message like, "You need anybody to help with this Paw Cage show?" He's like, "I need a camera guy," and I was like, "Cool, that's my daytime job. I'm a cameraman at a news station." He's like, "Cool," and here I am.
Well, hey, Reb, why don't you tell Zach who's coming up next week?
Oh,
we have
yeah.
all sorts of new guests coming up.
We
I'm so
got
excited.
well, this
Is
is
it
actually
Cody
not a
Rhodes?
new guest. It's not Cody Rhodes.
It's not Cody Rhodes, but we have Just Incredible.
Just incredible.
Yes.
It's coming from
He's
part
friend-
2.
Friend of the show, part 2. Super excited.
ECW.
Hey, the week after that, we got Lady Mephisto,
Oh, very nice.
TWE. Then Mike Outlaw.
Very nice.
Then Heather Owens. Zach, have you ever been to the Squared Circle Expo?
I have not. I've always been meaning to go.
Oh, man, it's a good time.
It's such a good time.
So, yeah, I've been meaning to go. It's just weird for me to go to places to pay to meet wrestlers when, like, I don't know, like this. I sound like a huge fucking dick when I say that. I don't like saying it. Like, yeah, you guys can pay to meet the wrestlers. I'll meet them back. Like, it's. I don't like
I'm in the
I feel
business,
like,
brother.
I listen. I don't know. It's like when Myron Reed is like standing right next to you at the production meeting at Paradigm, and you're like, "That's Myron Reed right there." Yeah. Why? And I'm just thinking to myself, like, why aren't you on TV? Like,
Yeah, no kidding.
damn.
I will second that.
And then you see Billy Starks like walking in your direction, so you just go, and then she just goes, and it's fine. And then you see fucking War. You see War. Like, that's still the thing that blows my mind. You see Jake Parnell, and you see Gary J, and they're like, "Hey man, how's it going?" You're like, "This is all I need. This is all." Like, and then you have like Devon Dudley, just like, "Hey, Devon's here," just like, huh. There's Devon Dudley.
Yeah. Hey, how was Chavo when
I was
he
not
came
there
down?
for Chavo.
He wasn't there for Chavo.
I was not there for Chavo.
I wasn't either.
I
so.
hear he is a sweetheart from
He
everybody
is great. I love
He's-
Chavo.
but
Yeah. Both of us are going. Plus Barry's going. Plus Stacy's going. So we're all going to the expo.
it does look like a
always-
lot of fun. It does look.
It's a
does-
blast.
It is so much fun,
I always
especially when
wanted
you're
to.
wrestling nerds like us.
Yeah.
They got
for
2
Yeah.
live shows that weekend, Friday and Saturday night. Black Label
Yeah.
Pro one night, then the other one. So
Yeah, I know that
That's
Black
some good
Label
stuff.
like helps out and stuff, and just like that's just like the cool thing. It's like it's cool that there's a professional wrestling expo. Like I've seen some like wrestling TikTokers like head up there and check it out. There's a very funny story that I thought was interesting about that happened last year. This is not my story to tell, but they've told the story publicly, so I'll say it. So there's this wrestling TikToker named Wheezy Blonde, and this is a beautiful woman, just a beautiful blonde woman, wrestling fan, Twitch streamer, and she goes to the Squared Circle Expo, and she is not in line to meet MJF, but she is in the vicinity to meet MJF. She's just not in line, and she hears him like, "Blondie, get over here," and she walks up to him, and she goes, "Yes," and he goes, I don't know. He hits on her, and she goes, I'm married. I'm very happily married." And he just goes like, "Well," he like signs it and then goes, "Take this. It's my hotel number. I'm staying here." And just and she's and I heard that story. I'm just like, damn. Right.
he's a confident man.
Very confident.
Hey, Minderz, tell Zach your MJF story from the expo
The
last
one
year.
where he yelled at the kid for crying.
Yes.
So they take the people in front of me because I was standing in line to meet MJF.
Right.
And mind you, I got smart. I'm like, I'm not going to wear an MJF shirt. I'm not going to be one of those marks.
Right.
So I wore my thank you, fuck you, bye shirt.
Right.
So a corny fan, of course, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So
flexible, but all right.
I was in there. In front of me is like this 3-year-old little kid in the little in his stroller or whatever, and they go up there. And he's like, would somebody please shut that kid up? And then threw his Darby Allin action figure over to the other side of the room so the kid would go away.
That's nice.
He only told me to go away. So I was happy with that. I didn't get yelled at. I didn't get I was happy with it. I just got told to go away. Because I had taken actually one of our JTR shirts that says I heart heels. And he looked at it. He signs it. He goes, I don't know what this is, but okay, here you go. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'm like, bye. Then a guy in a wheelchair, he told Hot Wheels to get out of his area, and it was good times.
Just imagine if you were still in the wheelchair at the expo last year.
I'm so glad I'm not going to be in the wheelchair at the expo.
All right, another hot take time.
All right. Let's
MJF.
Go.
Bad heel.
Yes.
Good character.
I agree.
Bad
Too
heel.
light.
There are no, it's not that. It's not that. He's doing all the right stuff. He's doing all the right stuff. But it's just right enough that people are going, woo! Like, Hammerstone tweeted out recently. Alex Hammerstone tweeted out recently, like, oh,
I have it.
Like it's if you have it, pull it up, because I don't remember the entire thing off the top of my head. But to paraphrase, he was like, oh, it's fine that I'm a heel when you can clap along and cheer for me and buy my stuff, but whenever I actually piss you off, I'm not being a good heel.
Right.
I am like, I don't think there's not a lot of good heels anymore. No one's a good heel because, everyone's too fucking nice. Not nice. Everyone's too up their own phone. I'll say that. Like, everyone's on their phone. Everyone's like, haha, it's like we're all in on the joke, which is why WWE did not flinch. WWE planned this past week entirely to piss us off. They've been feeding wrongful information to insiders, so the insiders would then tell the reporters, and then the reporters would then tell us, and then we go, Cody's not going to Mania. He's not finishing the story. I don't want to wait another year. Boo Rock. Boo you. The one of the greatest professional wrestlers who have ever lived. Boo. Yeah, it's like we all got really upset. Booing The Rock? 2024? The only way you do that is you make Rock look like he is just stealing something from someone who has rightfully earned it. We have been worked. We have been, and we fell for it. We fell for a hook, line, and fucking sinker. And some people are still falling for it. That's not a work.
I'll tell you what they did. They took a babyface who's already immensely liked by almost everyone, and they found a way to make him hotter.
Exactly. How do you make them hotter? You take away what you want, and then you go, okay, here you go. Like, if someone cooks a pizza right in front of me, and it's a damn good fucking pizza, you're like, God damn, I can't wait to eat that pizza. And they just go, I'd make this for you. Like, and they just take a big old bite out of it, and then you're like, what do you mean you didn't make this for me? You told me you were going to make this for me. You're like, I made this for me. I don't know what you're talking about. And then, like, they take, like, another bite, and you're like, no. And then you go, nah, you can have it.
Reb's been saying this whole thing is a work. ever since it started. So it's so fun.
By
Here's
the
what
way,
my grandma
by the way,
used to
here
do.
is
Go.
Go ahead.
Here's what my grandma used to do. She would make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich whenever I would ask for it. And whenever she brought it to me, there would always be a bite out of it. And she would say the mouse got it. And I'd be like, Grandma, thank you for the sandwich, but there's no mouse that's taken that big of a bite. And you're the one making it. Why are you letting the mouse take a bite? The Rock is the mouse that took the bite.
my brother listens to this. He's going to do this with his kids. I guarantee it. Somebody's
Yeah,
going to ask for a
he will.
sandwich. He's going to get one big bite out of it. Yes.
Reb, what
By
were
the
you
way,
gonna say?
here's the Hammerstone tweet there that we were alluding to.
Yes.
And on the nose. Just
like Alex Hammerstone, like, I mean, I'm not a huge follower of his career, but like, you're not like we need to make people a really great heel. He's not so much a great heel anymore. Matt Cardona in 2021.
Oh yeah,
2022.
Nuclear.
Fucking, I got so pissed when Meltzer, when Dave Meltzer said, "Oh yeah, there were plants in the crowd to throw shit." No, there fucking wasn't. No, there wasn't. And I'll tell you why I know that. So Cardona comes out and he can't make it to the ring. He physically, security has to push fans out of the way to get him to the ring. There's so many people. I didn't pay a whole lot for tickets. I paid for like $50 for tickets, maybe 30. So I'm in the back. I'm standing on the chairs. Like, people in my row are just standing on the chairs just so we can see the ring because everyone's standing. And from whom the bell tolls starts playing, this guy next to me leaves. He just sprints off, and I'm like, where the fuck he go? And he was like, Gage makes it to the ring, and he comes back, and I'm like, dude, where'd you go? You missed Gage's entrance. He's like, no, I went up there for Gage's entrance. And I was like, oh, okay. And we're watching, we're having a good time, blah blah blah. And Ricky Shane Page hits Gage with the light tubes, followed by Cardona hitting the Rough Rider on Gage. 1, 2, 3. Immediately, this guy just goes, "Fuck this," and throws a random beer bottle on the ground. He just goes, "Fuck this, fuck you," and just throwing shit just immediately. Like, there wasn't a cue to go like,
no,
like,
no.
Just the second the bell rings, big fuck this, starts throwing shit, and I'm just like, whoa. And I run up, like, Cardona's trying to leave. I run up to him because he's leaving towards my area. I rip open my shirt because I'm trying to hide the fact that I'm a Cardona fan here, because I'm legitimately worried how people are going to take it. And I'm like, yeah, Cardona. I go to hug him, and he just goes, "Get the fuck away from me!" And I'm just like, okay.
Now, to be fair, he was very bloody after that match was over.
Very bloody. Very bloody. Very bloody, very sweaty. And and we go out. Like, there's a whole bunch of Cardona fans that just like are piling out into this like hotel casino area. And if you go on my Facebook, you'll be able to see, it's like one of my profile pictures. It's just like 20, 30 Cardona fans, just like biggest fucking smiles on our faces. We're like flipping off the cameras and stuff. We're wearing Zach Reuber merch. We're wearing Matt Cardona merch. And we're like biggest smiles on our faces. And we're chanting Matt Cardona, clap, 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 Matt Cardona, clap, 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 clap. And the whole time, just GCW Gage fans are like, fuck you. Go fucking die. Fuck you. Like they're so mad. They're like, fucking pussies. Fucking virgins. Fucking. And I'm just like, it's a word, guys. All right.
Okay, calm down.
But like they're that's heat, brother.
Now, I can attest to the Gage entrance because I went to the War Games show a couple months after that
Right.
up in Chicago, and I went with Narge, my co-host, and his boy, and they're both huge Nick Gage fans. So
Right.
when he came out for his spot in War Games, same deal, just like just a mosh pit at the
Right.
entranceway. It's just madness. I was I was trying to stay out of the way because I fall down easy because I don't have great balance.
Right.
Was
But
that when Ricochet ended up in your crotch?
no, that was a old IWA show like 10 years ago.
Oh,
I
whoops,
was
sorry.
gonna say,
Long
like,
story.
I was like, what the hell is Ricochet doing at a GCW show in freaking 2022? Like,
But no, the main event that night was Cardona against Moxley when Moxley made the surprise appearance
right.
and beat him for the title. And Cardona, the heat was just nuclear. He came out dressed like the Macho King.
Right. I
And
remember watching the show, and I was
yeah,
kind of upset because, like, when I left New Jersey, because it was we left at 5 a.m. and we got to New Jersey at 6 p.m. We just drove straight through. We only stopped to get gas. We didn't stop to piss. If you had to piss, hold it until we run out of gas.
Gatorade bottle.
And we drive all the way to Jersey, stay at a hotel that maybe someone was murdered at. It was like, I don't know if either of you have been to Atlantic City.
I have not.
So it is country bumpkin welfare meth everywhere. And then you just come out of these woods and it is just marshes with a city like in the back. Like it's weird. It's a weird fucking thing. But I found this really, really cheap hotel because we were not going to be staying there long. I was like, king size bed, 2 dudes, we're fine. I plopped down on that bed and I felt like I took a bump in the ring. Like it was not there for a good time. And meth and heroin has been done at that hotel.
Did you bring a black light with you?
No.
Yeah.
No.
And
Never take a black light with you to a hotel.
we literally got there, checked in, went to the show, came back, slept maybe 5 hours, and then drove back. And I don't remember where I was going with that. I just like it was. How the fuck was I going with that?
We're talking about Cardona.
Yeah.
The heat.
The heat?
Right.
We'll go back and watch this, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, I remember where I was going with this now."
Where the fuck was I going with that? All I know is I was like, I've had a long day.
You're good.
That's all good. Well, Zach, I think we've kept you too long. We're going on we had you for about an hour and a half. So
hour and a half. I did Squince's podcast. I was close to 3 hours. He was like telling his parents good night as we kept talking. So he was like, "What's that? Yeah, good night. All right, I'll see you in the morning." Anyway.
All right. Well, Zach, we're going to let you get out of here. Nights on Holiday. And you guys are on like Apple Music because I found you there.
Yeah.
We're on
also
Spotify.
on Spotify.
I got them on Spotify.
Yep.
And then you got your show coming up in Kentucky.
Yeah, we have Jeffersonville, Indiana show this weekend. We have a Louisville show coming up in May. We're trying to hold a local Jasper, Indiana show also in May. We're hitting the studio March 9th so that we can actually like get a full album out rather than just recording in our basement with one microphone that works and our little thing. So we're hoping to actually just get in the studio, knock it all out in a day, and then move on.
Very cool.
All right. And then when you get your little show your show you want to put together in Jasper, you
let
let us know.
Show. That sounds condescending, Minders.
Yeah, well,
when you get your podcast,
I won't be flying anybody in this time.
All right, good call.
Cheap.
Yeah. How about you let us know about a month or so ahead of time. That way we can get you back on.
We'll do. All
right. Sounds great. Thanks for joining us, Zach. Appreciate it. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, that was fun.
Fun. Good thing you put that PG-ish
Yeah.
comment.
Actually, that didn't go up on this one. It was the truncated because I had the 10 bells at the front.
That's right. Oh
A lot of
well.
salty language on that one,
It'll be
but
alright.
it's all good. We've done more. Well,
And
Minderz,
yeah.
we got one more order of business, and we're gonna get out of here since we already paid the bills. So why don't we just get to it?
All right.
All right. So after what seems like an eternity, Minderz, we're doing another top 10 Tuesday.
I know it seems like it's been forever.
I know. And if you remember the last time we did greatest play-by-play announcers, and this time, just to kind of keep with that tradition, we're going to be doing greatest color commentators this time around. So why don't we just get,
Sorry, I just saw AJ's comment.
oh, what did he
Where's
say?
Kane to yeet Cardona
Oh.
off the stage in a wheelchair when you need him?
All right, let me just do a little bit of
Now, like I said, I don't have
organizing.
a top 10 per se, but I have 10. I just don't
Okay.
have them in order.
All right, let's get organized here. I think I'm good. All right.
Are you good? Do you have all of them?
I am ready. I got them all.
Okay.
All right, my hat keeps sliding. It feels like I'm losing my mind. All right, number 10. Went current for our number 10 choice. I went with Corey Graves.
That's who I had down as my first one.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, he's so good. Now he's transitioned into the play-by-play role on SmackDown, but I always thought he was very good. No, me either.
I like
Me
it.
either. But no, on color, he was always good. He's learned how to carry the broadcast, which I think is why he got the play-by-play gig on SmackDown. But yeah, I find him to be very entertaining,
Yes.
even though I know there's some people that don't feel the same way. But
there are
different strokes, different folks.
That's kind of how we felt about Michael Cole for a long time.
For a long time, yeah.
So
Yeah. So Graves is our number 10. Number 9, Michael P.S. Hayes, mainly from the UWF in the 80s when he would work with Jim Ross. It's the young Jim there on the left.
yeah,
He kind of had that Heyman Jerry Lawler thing where he was really good at needling Jim on commentary, being the heel.
that's always the best.
He was doing commentary on my favorite Mid-South moment of all time, which is when Eddie Gilbert hit Bill Watts with the shovel and buried him under the Russian flag, and Jim Ross is losing his shit. And Michael Hayes is just pouring gas on the fire the whole time. It's just great.
Now, number 9, well, like I said, mine aren't necessarily in order, but I had Larry Zbyszko.
Okay. The legend,
So,
yes.
yes.
I was hoping he'd be at the expo, but no such luck.
We still don't know that. I mean,
Oh, that's true. That's true.
we still don't know that.
If he's there, I'm getting that either the AWA belt or the Western States Heritage belt.
Yeah.
To get him to sign it. All right, number 8. Well, I've got Cyrus on here from his ECW days, but Don Callis.
Mm.
And this covers multiple companies because I really liked him in ECW when he'd be working with Joey Styles.
Mm-hmm.
But I really enjoyed his work with Kevin Kelly in New Japan Pro Wrestling in the mid 2010s.
Okay.
So
that was before I knew New Japan existed.
It's been around for 50 years.
Well, but you're also talking to the girl that didn't get freaking cable until she was out of high school.
Well, you can't get New Japan on cable, but I mean, if you watch WCW, they always did a bunch. That's how I came. I didn't know New Japan until I watched WCW, and they'd have like Chono and Muda and all those guys.
Well, yeah, I remember Muda and all them, but I didn't realize.
Yeah,
I didn't realize. Yeah,
it's all good. And Liger also was another one.
Okay, I had Taz because he's my favorite on AEW right now.
Taz is the best guy they've got in the booth, and he
is,
except for Kevin Kelly and Nigel.
Well, when Kevin Kelly and Nigel are there, but
when they're
they're not.
there.
Yeah,
Nigel's usually there on Saturdays.
that's the thing. I don't watch Saturdays. I only
Fair enough.
watch, and I only barely watch Wednesdays anymore.
That's true. All
And
right.
that's usually because you tell me, yeah, you don't need to watch it, or yeah, you need to catch this.
Yeah, it's either there's something that's actually good that I tell you to watch, or there's something that's so ridiculous that I can't be
That-
the only one to watch it.
You're like, you have to watch this because I can't
Thanks,
unsee
guys.
it. I can't unsee it.
No.
Oh, they
There's-
did that. What? They did that last night on Raw. They went back to one of the commentator or one of the girls in the back that did the
Oh, like Kathy
interviews,
Kelly or
and
whoever.
she was thanks, guys. I was like, oh no, don't, please don't, please don't. But at least with her, I was like, all right, well, it makes sense. But yeah, thanks, guys. All right, who's your number 7?
All right, number 7. I got corny.
So do I.
Between WCW when he'd do stuff with JR on Raw, or even when he was that short time with the NWA a few years ago, he's just so good. He knows his stuff so well.
And he knows how to push people's buttons.
And he's not afraid to speak his mind. I don't know if you know this, he kind of lets his opinions out for everybody to hear.
Oh, I never noticed.
No.
I
He's
never
so reserved on his podcast.
Especially when it comes to politics. Holy but Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Although that's hilarious.
He has such colorful nicknames for people that
He
he
does.
talks about.
We have Pockets and we have Hangnail
Right.
and the Cucamonga Kids.
The Cucamonga Kids, Penthouse and Felix,
Penthouse and Felix.
Dino Douche.
Dino Douche. You know, you can always tell who he likes because they're the ones that
he calls them by name.
Keep their name. Nick Plain.
Hey, he's going to be at the expo. So
I want to get a shirt that says Nick Plain.
Oh my goodness. Well, my
Gotta
number
love corny.
Yes. My number 6, I got Taz. So
Okay. And I put probably one of my favorite 2 guys, like when they were together, but was Paul Heyman when he was with JR in WWE. Oh, Dwayne.
You are correct, Dwayne.
Dwayne, how long have you been listening to the podcast?
I would love to hear Dwayne listen to one of Corny's podcasts.
Oh my gosh. Well, it took you a minute to figure out who everybody was.
I had to get a list of like an index, like a glossary of all these people.
Joey Nutella.
Joey Nutella, yeah. All the different ones for Omega. Twinkle Toes, Harpo.
Twinkle Toes, Harpo.
Olivier.
Yeah, so much fun.
Yes.
Well, he had Cucamonga Kids, the young. He had a lot of them.
Nikki and Maddie.
Nikki and Maddie. All right, number 5.
The baldy one.
We gotta stay on here.
All right, number 5. That's where I got the Larry
you have Larry there.
I loved him on Nitro with Tony. He was so good.
Oh, he would be upset about refrigerator jacks. Totally.
Oh, he really would.
Refrigerator jacks.
Yeah. Yeah, he would listen for 5 minutes of Corny talking about Nia before he'd check out.
5? I think you're being nice.
I'm being generous. I know.
I was going to say, I think you're being nice.
Yeah.
My number 5, Macho Man.
Oh, good call. I don't have him on my list. But
Really?
Really, yeah. I loved WrestleMania 9, though, when it was them and he was the only one that wasn't wearing a toga.
Right. If I meet Wayne, I should.
Wait a minute. Hey,
yes, I should. I will wear my Prodigy shirt.
Maybe I should wear my Prodigy shirt.
There you go. Wear your Prodigy shirt. Actually, we'll have to see what night that is because I have a specific shirt I want to wear on.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to plan my T-shirts for the expo.
Yeah, Saturday I have a specific shirt I want to wear to the wrestling match that night.
Jack Bond.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And it's the one that not many people have, and I absolutely love.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Well, you got to wear that if he's at a table too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, I plan on, and I'm going to get my Jake Oman shirt because he's been
yes.
promising me. He hasn't had it the last couple at the last couple shows, and his is Wrestling is Dead, and I'm kind of excited to get it. So yeah,
Very
how
nice.
rude! That took
Yeah.
you long enough, Dwayne.
All right.
Okay,
Number
number 4.
4. That's where I've got Heyman.
Okay,
Just he might have been my favorite part of the whole invasion angle in 2001 was just his commentary with Jim Ross.
yeah. 4, I've got JBL.
Oh, that's a good. I don't have him on my list either, but I always liked JBL.
Well, you have to take in consideration, I was more of a WWE girl most of the time, so a lot of these color guys are going to be from WWE.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
WWE, WWF, whatever you want to
yeah.
do.
Well, my number 3, I got the King, Jerry the King Lawler there for my number 3.
That low?
Well, I have my reasons. He's
Okay.
great, but I think there are 2 that are better.
Okay.
You're going to really be surprised at my number 2. But
Well, our number 1 better be the same.
it's going to be either my 1 or 2 is going to be your number 1. I don't know which one.
Okay. Well, I have number 3. I had Jesse Ventura
Okay.
because of him and his Hogan stuff cracks me up. Holy goodness.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes. All right. Number 2. I got the Brain.
You're terrible.
What?
You're bad.
I beg you. I'm sorry, but I think Bobby is
I'm
great.
interested now to see who your number 1 is.
He's just a little too sticky sometimes.
Well, my
with the
number
jokes.
2 was the King.
Okay.
So JR and the King are still probably
That's my favorite combination.
that's
of
my
all
favorite
time.
combination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With JR and Heyman, number 2.
Right. Right.
I was not a fan of Gorilla Monsoon.
See, Scott's with me on this. Who's better than the Brain?
I'm glad you asked. Why number 1? I got the Body.
Ah, okay. Because of the Hogan stuff. That's
Just
why
because
you
of
have
everything.
him as number 1.
Because he was a heel that would still put the baby faces over.
Yeah.
He told it like it is.
Yeah. And I, of course, had Bobby the Brain as my number.
Yeah, it seems like everybody else is thinking it's the Brain from the comments. Looks like, but it just Jesse seemed like more of a straight up announcer. Like he had good what's someone looking for? Analysis.
And there you go, analysis. I like that. But yeah. Okay, so our top 3 match, they just weren't in the same
different orders.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what we'll do for our next top 10. We'll have to think on that. Oh, before we go, we forgot to mention we got to say something about Scott D'Amore getting removed from TNA as president and head of creative.
I tried to lead us into that when Zach was on, but everybody kind of dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah. So from the sounds of it, I'll just read what I read on. D'Amore has been terminated by TNA's parent company, Anthem Sports and Entertainment, with the belief that the decision came from Anthem owner Len Asper. D'Amore had made an offer to buy TNA outright with the backing of a major banking institution, but it was rejected. Apparently, D'Amore was displeased with the budget he was being given. He wanted to get some more money for production. Anthony, and I'm going to butcher this name, Ciccione, will be replacing him. He's one of the executives for Anthem. He's not a wrestling guy, but he's a fan, but he's not. He doesn't have a wrestling background.
Oh, no. Okay. Have you watched Wrestlers yet on Netflix?
No, I have not.
You need to. Now that this has happened, you need to watch that. Because
Bari, you are right, because Hogan got gifted everything in that damn match. 3 of the guys on the other team got disqualified because Hogan got beat up a little bit. Boo-hoo.
But, okay, so go watch Wrestlers now. Because the guy that owns OVW with Al, they talk to him a lot in that. And he's a fan, but not in the business. Does that make sense? Like,
yes.
He doesn't get it. And by the end of it, you don't completely hate him. I still think he's a complete total jackass, but that's what what this is kind of turning into is what it's reminding me of right now.
Yeah.
Because it almost makes me wonder if D'Amore did that. Was that because some of the talent that he has that is great
Want
Was
more money?
requesting for more money.
Could be. From the sounds of it, the talent has been really up in arms about D'Amore getting removed. A
So
lot
it
of them
makes you
are
wonder
not happy.
If D'Amore was fighting for the wrestlers, and now executives have came in and said, no, we're not doing that.
That's what I wonder. I'm just hoping it's not something where this guy Cicioni just said, "Hey, I want to run the wrestling company," and they said, "Okay, we'll just get rid of D'Amore and let you take over."
Mm.
I don't think that's what happened, but I hope
Tony
it's not.
Khan, what?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. Oh God, that's so bad. I hate that one.
You look so happy in that picture.
Clayton Clark still wore it better. That's so wrong.
Again, not my best work.
Mm-mm. Why does he always look so desperate?
And why do the boys look so uncomfortable?
Right?
Well, I think we know the answer to that. I ask a dumb question, get a dumb answer.
Good dumb answer.
All right. Well, Minders, what do you say we get out of here? We're a little bit long, but
Yeah, a little bit longer than what we usually do. But you know what? Our guest
it
was
was worth it.
awesome. It
Yeah,
was
Zach Reuber's
totally worth
awesome.
it.
We will be having him back for more
Yes.
stories and whatnot.
I'm always down for a good Zach story.
Yes. Don't forget, next week we'll have part 2 with Just Incredible. So we're looking forward to that also.
Super excited. Hopefully, no more visuals to keep in my head.
Yeah. Should I find that picture that I cooked up of Heyman?
No. Well, maybe. You might want to send it to him. Send it to him. Let him get a kick out of it.
He may not remember telling the story.
Although I'm hoping he's able to make it next week, because after the pictures we saw
yeah.
of his leg.
Yeah, it was not good.
I hope he's able to join us.
I hope so. I'll hit him up in the meantime and then make sure. But I say card subject to change, as they say. But anyway, like I said, tomorrow night on the 0-1 shootout, we'll be joined by the current Thursday Night Throwdown champion, B.A. Malkin, who's Minder's best buddy.
You know what?
What? Oh, does it get the fucktopus?
Fucktopus.
Fucktopus.
It's all right. You just wait. I'll be decked out in all of my Jimmy gear.
Oh, sure you will.
Might have a new sign.
On the walls.
Might have a.
Yeah.
Might have a new sign.
A handsome devil made a sign for you, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I'm super excited.
Oh, Dwayne's asking who was the wrestler we did the 10 bells for. Chris Markoff. He was an AWA wrestler back in the 70s and 80s. Passed away this past week. So.
But yeah.
Right.
So tomorrow we've got BA. Meh.
The next week got Just Incredible. Hopefully, knock on wood.
Hopefully.
Yes, and then after Justin, we got Lenny Mephisto in 2 weeks from Pro Wrestling Epic.
We are so excited he's coming.
Yes. Very excited about Mike Outlaw coming on after
I am
that.
too.
Then, of course, Hardcore Heather Owens talking about the Squirt Circle Expo. Polly Tomaselli coming up from the Chicago area. A couple false starts with Polly, but I think we're going to be good to go this time around. Hopefully. Then after that, we got Jake Oman on the Go Home show before the Expo. He's going to be at the Expo wrestling.
So excited.
And then the second week of April, Minderz will not be with us. It's going to be me and Jabari Sinclair, my buddy from Gold Rush. And we're going to not only be doing the Mulkey Cup Tag Team Invitational Tournament that we've been pushing for the last few weeks, but we're going to be joined by Jason Knight, another ECW guy.
I'm really kind of bummed I'm missing that one, honestly.
The sexiest man on earth, former manager of Just Incredible.
I know. With all the stories that Justin's told us, I'm really kind of bummed that we're missing it. I'm missing it.
And Jason's got a long history in the business before ECW, so.
Well, I'm hoping I'll be done with what I got going on to where I can at least jump on and listen. Yeah.
Cool.
So
that's what, also don't forget, we are going to be doing our 3rd annual JTR Mania coming up. It'll be strictly for YouTube and we'll drop as a podcast. That's going to be on, I think, the Thursday before WrestleMania is what I'm thinking, Minderz.
Thursday?
I can't do the Friday.
Okay.
I got a conflict, but.
Do you work that weekend?
Yes, because I work Mania weekend.
Okay.
So we talked about maybe doing a live one at the Expo, but
We'll see.
I don't think
You
we
don't.
could round up any guests because we
Well,
can't
I
afford
wouldn't
them.
expect us to round up any. I don't think anybody. I'm going to be broke as it is by the time it's all over. So
Look at this guy.
no, he's not going to be there, is he?
I don't think so.
Ugh. Ugh. Let's see. I'm gonna try to make it March 1st to Signal 10 again. It's on a Friday.
Okay.
But I think I'm gonna try to hit that indie show over in. I got to see if I can make it work because it starts at doors open at 5:30, which is 4:30 our time, and it's an hour drive over.
Yeah. All right. Well,
And I get off at 4.
Minderz, we're all gagging, so let's go ahead and get out of here.
All right, let's go.
So we'll see you guys next week with Just Incredible. And until next time for Minderz, this is Reb. Run y'all. Life is hard, work stiff, and
Thanks, guys.